Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new review. Behind me is the new Kia EV2. We have here the Sky trim and the standard range battery. We're going to check it out, exterior interior details. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Here it is, the new Kia EV2 compact SUV, fully electric, perfect for urban driving and occasional road trips. As a customer, you can choose between standard range and long range battery. The standard range offers LFP chemistry. It's a 41 kilowatt-hour capacity, usable, and it offers just a little bit more than 300 kilometers of range according to WLTP. If you're new with EVs and you have range anxiety, you might want to get the long range battery, which is an NMC chemistry. It's 58 kilowatt-hour capacity, usable, offering 450 kilometers of range according to WLTP. Give or take, depends on your driving style, the season, and so on. You can also choose 18-inch or 16-inch alloys. We have 18-inch here. 16-inch will give you a little bit more ride comfort and a little bit extra range. This is a front-wheel drive, meaning electric motor is mounted on the front axle. So in the standard range, you have 108 kilowatts of power. That's equal to 145 horsepower. But if you go for the long range, it's 100 kilowatts of power or 135 horsepower. So 10 horsepower difference. It's not too much, so you won't feel the difference as much. The top speed is limited to 161 kilometers per hour. You can go maybe downhill at 165 max. And the 0 to 100 is, for the standard range, 8.5 seconds and 9.5 for the long range, so it's a 1 second difference. Okay, the charging is 11 kilowatts on AC. You can see the charge port on the front right side of the vehicle. You can upgrade to 22 kilowatts. You also have vehicle to load up to 3.6 kilowatts, including vehicle to grid or vehicle to home. The DC charging is maxed at 115 kilowatts, charging the battery from 10 to 80% in 30 minutes. Price, the entry price in Croatia starts at 28,000 euros. If you want the top trim for the standard range, you're going to have to pay almost 32,000 euros. If you want the long range, it's 34 in Croatia. But if you want the GT line sport trim with all the bells and whistles, you have to pay 40,000 euros. But in Croatia this fall, there's going to be EV incentives up to 9,000 euros for private individuals. So you can get this car for a very good price. With technical details out of the way, let me show you the key fob, and then we're going to dive into the car. So we have a nice and light key fob. It's a keyless entry. You also have a physical key inside. This is like a detonator lock, unlock, hold to unlock the cargo or the tailgate, and you can hold, there's I think remote start. Now when I unlock the car, you're going to see mirrors unfold, handles pop out, and you can see the turn signals and the LED headlights. These are projectors. Now this is a baby blue color. That's not the name, I forgot the name, apologies, but it's a non-metallic, and you can of course choose different colors. There are also metallic options. Let's come a little bit closer and let me just show you the charge port here. So when the car is unlocked, you can press here, it's unlocked. When the car is locked, it will be locked. So you here have AC and combined DC. I like this cover, it's easy to open and close. And here you can see you have a light. You also have some info there, so you can see what the light shows. You can here press to unlock the charge port if it's locked and enable vehicle to load. Now let's check out the close-up design here. We have these sharp daytime running lights. You saw this one switches to turn signal. You have 3 LED projectors. These are the main beam and the long beam. You can see them one more time up close. So have to lock, unlock. You can see those. They're also only flashing on the camera, obviously. The top here is closed since this is an electric model. You have the Kia badge, and we have a little bit of piano black accents there. You have this silver metallic with a clear coat, and then unpainted black if you're going to an unpaved road. You can see also the parking sensors, big air intake, and radar. Now if I back up, since I'm closed, the car is going to keep locking and unlocking, but I'm going to show you the front here. Looking nice. Now, design-wise, I gotta say personally, I love everything about it besides the rear taillights position. You're gonna see that at the end of the vehicle, but you can type in the comments if you're one of those who like that or dislike that. Now, here are the 18-inch alloys. Again, you can spec 16-inch. Beautiful design, 5-spoke silver, diamond cut on piano black. Now you also have here a lug nut cover that's plastic with a Kia leathers, and these are Hankook Ion Evo tires. This is not an advertisement, but I have them on my Tesla. They actually lowered my consumption and increased my range slightly. Excellent tire with a low rolling resistance. Perfect for, you know, casual driving. It's not for super aggressive sport driving, but good enough for an average Joe. And it has the lowest decibel, so it's very silent. It's 69 decibels, so huge recommendation. Now suspension is nice and comfy, but it's more comfortable if you have 16-inch alloys. You can see the silver accent there. Now the mirrors fold. Let me unlock one more time to unfold. So you can see the turn signals on the side here. There's no puddle lights. Now there are blind spot warning lights in the mirrors. You can see here the VIN number. Now you can see dash, there's a light sensor, speaker, air vent for the dash, rain sensor, lane assist camera. We have double laminated front windshield. We also have A-pillars in piano black, same as slim roof racks. These are aluminum. And on the back you can see the shark fin antenna plus a discrete spoiler. If I back up, you can see also we have tinted windows on the back, and you can see the profile of this compact SUV. It's tall, it's nice and spacious inside, looking good. We also have both real disc brakes, so no drum brakes on the rear. Now if I back up, this is the controversial design part. The LED taillights are positioned so low. You can see the turn signals and lights come on, flickering on the camera. It's like the designer was playing Tetris and he placed them up here. If they were up there, I think they would look perfect, but you know, it is what it is. You can see a discrete diffuser with silver, piano black accents. You can see the fog light in the middle and cat eyes on the sides, along with the parking sensors. We also have a EV2 and big Kia badge. There's a reversing camera with license plate illumination on the side in cold LED. On the right side, you can press to open. But let me just show the back here while it's still closed. So I'm gonna lock one more time, and yeah, the back end is just a little bit weird, and it's a head turner. Maybe that's the reason why they are trying to be provocative with these taillights. Now, if we press here, it's a manual. If I back up, you can see this opens nice and tall. I'm a 2-meter person, or 6.16 feet, so this opens nice and tall. But check out this detail. You can see the difference in the color. This is no clear coat, and this is clear coat. So you can see the edge here. So they were saving some here, but that allows them to lower the price. Now, this is the height-wise, so pretty tall. I won't hit my head. You can see those LED lights. Press to open, so this is a rubber button. You can close here manually. On the top it's plain. You have here unlock from the inside. Now on the top you have this shelf. You can put like a longer umbrella. You can take this off, and here is a accessible cargo space, 362 liters of cargo space. If you spec this as a 4-seat, you can have slidable rear bench and increase this to 400 liters. If you knock down the seats in both variations, you have 1,201 liters of cargo space, if I remember that correctly. Now, this is nice and easy entry. This is a false floor. You have here anchors, same here. You also have these are adjustable. You can take them and put them here. You have a cold light, and seats knocked down 60/40. Now underneath here, there is 5 and then maybe 9 fingers of height times 2 get centimeters, and you can take this out. You have some extra room underneath, so you can see that. Pretty decent cargo for a compact SUV. Good closing sound. Moving to the interior. So good opening and closing sound. The doors open nice and wide if you need to put a child seat. they go all the way down. We have excellent seals. It's almost like 3 seals, so pretty good. If you have a child, you can here switch this and disable unlock from the inside. Now, interior wise, we have hard plastic, but we have this padded. We have this big handles with have a nice day signature, nice design on this speaker, and we have powered windows. Now, there are pockets here on the angle, but that's that. Here you have a small plastic step. Since this is built as an EV from ground up, you have a lot of leg room. You can see the carpet, and you can see also the textile seats. Close up, this looks like some sort of silver accent, and you can see there's a little leatherette in green on the top, and then different more rigid textile. You can see the top view. Now, ISOFIX is below there. If you want to knock down the seats, you can actually put the seatbelt buckle in here so it's not in the way. Pull here, knock this down, and you can see the back cargo. Now I'm going to try to sit here. I was sitting on the front. Okay, feet room, but knee room is a bit tight. Now I'm going to slide to this side to show you, but before I do that, let me just show you here. You can see the air vents closed open. You can see hard plastic shell behind. The front passenger seat has this pocket, this one doesn't. You have 2 USBs for fast charging, and the seats are quite comfortable, nicely profiled for 2, but you can squeeze a 3rd person. You can see that there's no armrest. This one is a little bit more forward for some reason, but you can get these up or press on the side and lower them. You can see the rear view, a little bit obstructed thanks to this one. Now there are 3 handles all sides besides the driver, slowly closing, but no hooks here or here. There are adjustable seat belts. Now you have this, you can grab here and move. Now you can see here I have plenty of feet room, just enough knee room, so I did back up a little bit for comfort. You can also see the new beautiful front, and let me move. Now you always find out some details while reviewing, so I missed this one. You have it at least on the driver's side, so that's a nice touch. Good closing sound, actually excellent closing sound. Now height wise, yeah, I cannot straighten up completely, but if you're like 190, you should be fine. So for an average person, there's plenty of headroom. Now let's move to the front. We're going to spend most of your time. Okay, now same opening and closing. Front doors are a bit heavier, so a little more damping material inside. Regarding design, it's more or less the same. You have a speaker on the top, same as the bottom. Now, same handle. You have here heated front seats and heated steering wheel. There are controls for side mirrors. You can manually fold, lock, unlock button. All windows are fully powered. Fronts are fully automatic. You can disable the rear. Now, same pocket, just a little bit different angle. This is padded. Okay, tire pressure is right here. Pause and read. You have also that step a little bit longer. Kia carpets, standard paddles for the automatic. Now let me show you here the seats. These are manual. If you push up, you can slide back and forward. This is for height. This is push up for tilt. You can see the seats. In the top trim, the GT line, you can get powered seats. Now bolsters are nice and big. There is no lumbar, but the seats are nice and comfy, and the textile is nice in winter and summer. Now we're gonna pop here the Frunk space later. Here's a fuse box. We have the LED height adjustment, electronic parking brake that engages and disengages automatically, and you can disable the traction. Steering column is adjustable in all directions. You can also see the top there, and let's jump in. Now you can grab here if you have really long hands, or here if you're shorter. Excellent opening and closing sound. Now you can see here EV button is pulsating, so you press the brake, press the button, car comes on. It has this sound, it's almost like PlayStation, so it's kind of interesting. Now let me switch to wireless. There's going to be a day point of view driving with no comments, and a separated night point of view driving where I'm going to summon my impressions behind the wheel. Now zoom back in. You're going to get this pop-up message, so you can connect your mobile phone and use your app. Okay, apologies, I did not expect that. Maybe I've accidentally pressed something. We're going to come to that as well. Now let me just cover here the steering wheel. We have a 2-spoke steering wheel. It's a flat top and bottom. Now, nice profile, leatherette is nice and smooth, and it's not black, it's some sort of gray leatherette, same as the entire steering wheel. You can see the Kia badge. You have nice and physical buttons. You have recuperation paddles, driving modes. This one you can switch through the trip computer and so on. Use this one for the trip computer. Lane assist, speed limit or cruise control, distance, speed control. You have customizable favorites, phone calls, voice commands. Mode, I think that was for like source for the media, and you have volume up and down, press to mute. Underneath here you have EV button, you have park, and then you can see here you can just turn this one for drive, neutral, reverse. You have here the wiper, front and rear, and lights, keep it on auto, and turn signals. We're going to come back to the displays just to check out the dash here. You have this textile, so that's sort of soft, and then hard plastic. You can see the speaker and the air vent. The A-pillars are a bit wide, so watch out for the roundabouts. And you can see the dash there. Now we have 2 displays are connected. There is an AC menu, and this is like how I see it. So it's a little bit obstructed, but we're going to come back to that. Now, you can see here at the bottom, we have these shortcuts. These are like capacitive feedback. You have those air vents, so closed and open. You have the volume button here for the front passenger, and you can press to mute. You have here temperatures, so you can see here if I go up and down by pressing this one. You have the fan speed. You can also switch off the climate. And here you have the air direction. You can also see it on the big screen. So you have it on this shortcut, and you have it here on the display. This is temperature for the passenger. You have 2 USB-Cs, 2 for fast charging, 1 for media. You have a push here, so you can open a 12-volt socket. I like this. This is a new Kia 12-volt socket cover. Wireless charger, you have an amber light there when it's charging, so this is nice and rubberized. You can put your phone there. You have a cup holder here. You have another one that's adjustable, so you can take this out, put it like a smaller or really big cup, so you pick and choose. You can put your key fob here if the key fob battery is low, so you can start the car before you replace the battery. And you have rubber mats there. There's a lot of room here. Now over here you have auto hold, camera shortcut, pops the cameras, and parking sensors. This is nice and soft. There's room here. You can put your smartphone, and there's a really deep room here, so plenty of space. Now let me just engage those cameras. So you have only the reverse camera, and you can play here with the details. So that's that. Now press here. You have kind of spacious glove box with a cold light, slowly opening, and another look at the seats. So guys, one cool detail, these headrests are also depth-wise adjustable. You push them forward, clicks and locks into position. You push it forward to return it back. The seats are really comfy on the front and rear, real nice. Now you have this big mirror. It's like bezel-less, but then at the bottom you have this bezel with a camera, so up close, not sure if you can see that actually, but yeah, there's a camera here with a wide lens. And you have here passenger airbag information. You have here emergency call button. You can disable the lights, turn them on. You can individually press here, and you have these big blocks. So you can have here document holder or charging card, and here you have a big, huge actually, beauty mirror. Plus you have a cold light matching the front. When you close this, it flips the switch and it switches it off. So that is great. Does this extend? Let's see. Oh, it does. Thumbs up for Kia. So that is amazing. I think that should be standard in all cars if you ask me. Now regarding height, plenty of room on the front seat is never an issue. And finally, let's dive through the digital cockpit and infotainment. Now press this one and use this button to switch between the trip computer. If you go down here, I haven't reset anything of this. So you have the speedo, you have the tire pressure, you have a range guide, and here you have the consumption. So I think this car was just driven shortly, so it's pretty high. I'll do a consumption test. Now regarding range, you have it always on the display there, and you have here the speedo. If you press the driving, you can see here the sport look, and the range will sometimes adjust. You can see here in eco it increases, or in normal sport it goes down. Also snow, I think that can be also like dirt, so it's more traction. And you can customize these themes if you want, but you can tie them to the driving modes. You can see here auto hold, you can see battery percentage, and you can see level of recuperation. So you can press here to increase the recuperation. There's also iPedal, and you can see the iPedal feature in the main display. I'm going to cover that as well. Now for the AC, you have here touch screen, so you can use that one, and you can have a big menu on the main display. This car in Croatia doesn't have navigation, so you can use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for that. In other European markets you do, so just a little note. But you do have Kia Connect and the Kia app. Now let's play some sound here. I'm gonna just show you here. By the way, here you can have like shortcuts, so that is that. So DAB, FM. You know the drill and the copyrights. The sound sounds amazing. It's pretty loud, so thumbs up for that as well. Love it. You can have your favorites and so on. So I'm just gonna get out. Not to go to each of these, but you can see you have here Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, Bluetooth, and so on. Now here you have the battery card, so you can hear see the percentage, your consumption, and you can activate here preheating for the battery. You can activate vehicle to load. You can see here your consumption and so on. You have a chart here, and okay guys, just cutting in here, you can see the charging limit for the DC and AC, and you can see how the charging screen looks on the digital cockpit and all the information. So here's the range at 100%, 357 kilometers. So let's just check a theory here. If I reset this one, no, it doesn't affect the range. So that is the max. If I go to the sport mode, you can see it decreases. If I go to the eco, it increases, and this is normal. Battery conditioning, this is the menu here. You can see here utility mode and smart recuperation. You can choose the level of recuperation, plug and charge, e-pedal. You can pause and read here what it means. Now to come back, phone connection is via Bluetooth. Again, Apple and Android Auto are standard, so you can have Waze, Google Maps, whatever you want. There's an option here if you're carrying like bicycle on the back or a tow winch. You can tow with this car as well. You can see in the video description. It's going to be linked with technical details, so you can find that. You have a valet mode, so I'm not going to go into that. Vehicle diagnostics, so some sort of pre-check. And notifications, we're going to skip that. And the online manual, you have here settings. So we're going to drive through this one. Now you can see all of these icons individually, but if I go into vehicle, there's additional menus. So I'm just going to run through these, not read them. You can pause and read. You can see here if you press on each of these, now driving modes. I'm not sure why is this tied to AC, but that's what it is. So a lot of menus inside menus. Now, all of these are all of these. So if I go back, this is the same EV menu I already showed you. There is a sound menu. You can have equalizer. So that was maybe too fast. And you have user profiles. If this is a family car or passenger or company car, excuse me, you have here layouts. So this is the styles for these. You can switch them ABC. You can have a here clock, or you can choose a different clock, split screen. You can have different options. Display options. You can have here brightness, camera, blue filter, buttons. So you have the custom button here, and you have the custom button on the steering wheel. So I know there's a lot of these, so I'm just gonna try to go slow here, and you can see at least or read all of those. You have also here buttons and sensitivity. Now cluster, I think I didn't cover that, so that's the same menu for the other thing. This is for that. And Kia Connect, you can connect here and use that. And then general settings. So this one says here update via USB. I thought this has over the air updates as well, but maybe you have to enable Kia Connect for that to pop on the screen. And that is that. So you have here, when you enter one of these, shortcut for the home menu, or you have an online manual. So that's it. You have the pull down menu, so you can have here shortcuts as well, and you can see all of that. That was the interior menu. There are here map will not bring maps, it'll bring Apple CarPlay. I have search here for the online manual. I believe you have the home shortcut, favorite, I've placed the clock, and you have a setup, so it just brings you into this menu. That's that. Now stay tuned for night tour of this car, and we're gonna pop the bonnet, show the frunk space. So it has 15 liters. It's practical. I left the car on, so it's beeping to let me know. And you can see here, you can store a charging cable, so it's like 3 fingers of height, maybe 4. Times 2 you get depth. You can see the electric motor underneath it, so it's nice that they've added a frunk space. You can see the 12-volt battery, and this is the washer fluid, so that is that. The rest, leave it to mechanics. And okay, this closes perfectly, but I've kind of slowed down at the end. I wanted to show the gas struts, so that is that. So just pull it and let it drop. It closes perfectly. And that was the full tour of the new Kia EV2. Okay, that was the full review. If you like this, give it a like, share, comment below. And stay tuned for the day point of view driving with no comments, night point of view driving with full impressions behind the wheel, and night review. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a range test, but type in the comments below. If there's a lot of you requesting, I might do it. See you in the next one. Bye.